What's up, guys? Back in today with another reaction to You and I Are Polar Opposites, this time with episode 3. Definitely one of my favourite shows airing this season, which is surprising. It's such a stacked season with so many season 2s and 3s of shows I really love. This has certainly been one of the standouts. Loving this so far. Are your secrets out already? Danny. Schiattelu. On whose end? Is it? Doesn't look like it. Ah, okay. Wrong with this girl? It sounds like she's hopeless. Oh, damn. No. What kind of guys are you attracting? Even know that I've never heard. It's crazy. I've never heard of a Japanese student going to juvie. Obviously, it happens, you assume, but not the stereotype you think of, is it? There's a lot of women like her, like the bad boys. Which is ironic from you, considering Tani-kun. Well, it depends how you view it. You could say they're the top group. They could be the bottom group in another person's perspective. Good on you. Good on you. Oh, everybody knew. How do you not know? Who is this guy anyway? This guy looks almost even more standard than Tani-kun. Again, it's a matter of how you view it, bro. I don't think that's a good way of viewing this, is it? Because you just end up putting yourself down in the bottom group, and that is not good for your confidence. Liar. It wasn't the most photogenic. Oh dear. So yeah, I think it does look like in the opening there is going to be like a few more, quite a bit of focus on the side characters, which is good. I said this like a while ago. It used to be the case that a lot of romance anime I watched almost focused too much on the side characters sometimes that they forgot about the main relationship. In recent years, it feels like they've been focusing so much on the main characters. There's been not too much focus on the side characters and their relationships, but it does look like we're going to get at least a bit of that here. mean, it's a matter of if it's done well, to be honest, isn't it? Either way, it's like good if it's done well. So is that the girl we just met? With that crusty mouth. See, that's the thing. It's a matter of perspective. That's what they're talking about with the tears right there. I gotta say, this is the song I've listened to the most this season. Just so charming, man. It's just so charming. Man, I really I gotta stop. Well, I ain't gotta stop anything, but I do glaze this show a hell of a lot. It does deserve it, though. What the hell does that mean? Oh, that's the name of the. Yeah. No, not quite. It did kind of come about like that was the case, but again, in my experience, that's like the best relationships I've had is with people of the complete opposite nature of me. That's just how it works sometimes. He looks he looks disgusted by that. This guy needs to sort his viewpoint out. To be honest, doesn't he? I think. As I said earlier, that mentality that this guy has just puts himself down, puts others down, and it puts himself down. Just what couples do for each other. I used to do that for school, summer. You'd just be just waiting, waiting for a drip. What friends do. Who are they to reject it? I get where this guy's coming from. I have a lot of the same issues. And it's much easier to verbalize what I'm saying than to actually do it. Like, I see myself in a very similar vein. Like, to women, from my perspective, I'm very much like lower tiers. And I know I shouldn't feel that way, but it's just like sometimes you've got to be practical. But maybe it's a case of like, yeah. Sometimes baseless confidence gets you quite far. And being realistic doesn't, even though it's logical. Exactly. So yeah, it seems like this episode is going to be focused on this dude. Why does he look like that? It looks totally different. It's good to know that you would change yourself for her, but he really doesn't need to. It would be quite funny to see him like do some pranks here and there, give it a little try, and it'd probably ultimately fail, which is a good thing. Got a good view there, hasn't it? Oh, no. Why does the cat look like the grandma? Yeah, they do look alike. But that's not what that's saying, but of course it's gonna. The cat is very attached to him, isn't it? The difference right here is crazy. The morning fucking schedule is crazy. So me and my friends used to. I didn't have one of those bikes, but used to ride on them sometimes. And once had an accident, and it made me feel really sick. So I haven't ridden on one since. It's kind of funny. I mean, I don't want to even say this, but her type is very close to what her brother seems like. So I don't really have a type. I was gonna say this earlier, but I feel like people that do have a type, as we see with her, they usually like you never really see them dating their type, if you know what I'm saying. Like usually, they have these ideals and such, but when it actually comes to dating a person like that, it doesn't usually like, yeah, doesn't usually work out too well. I said this earlier about like opposites attracting. I feel like you cover a lot of like each other's weaknesses when that's the case. Whereas if you go for your like ideal type, maybe that just highlights the gaps in your relationship, whatever. I don't know. I'm really no expert. Maybe I'm wrong for this, but every time that's happened to me, I've always just acted the same. I mean, there's definitely like a work mode you go into, but it's not all for me. It's not all that different from how I am anyway. Same with the YouTube like videos. There's a version of me that you guys see that is obviously a lot more like I'm not awfully expressive anyway, but a bit more expressive. Obviously, I talk a lot more, verbalize things a lot more. If I was like watching this anime with people or anything, all of these thoughts would just stay in my head. And maybe talk about it afterwards, but every slight gap of understanding. Getting a bit self-conscious. Gold my pawn. The fuck? Gold my pawn. Sounds like a Pokemon. It sounds like Gomamon from Digimon. They will do that, don't. Do you mean cute in the cute animal type of way, or the romantic? Cute is one of those like sometimes like it is hard to like take that and know what it exactly means because as he says there, sometimes it can mean like, oh that was cute, but not sexy, and I wouldn't ever date someone that's cute. Or sometimes it can mean cute and something I really like, and as she says there, endearing. Like as a guy, I've had like yeah, people say cute, and it's just like I'm not really gonna take that as a compliment. That's almost like a signal of non-interest, but they might not intend it that way. Maybe. That's so tanny. That's so tanny to like so and so. Good that you've accepted that. She's red as a tomato. A tomato. some kind of shock. Yeah. Like drumstick. So really interesting kind of things they're delving into this episode, isn't it? I mean, I gas up the show a lot, but it's even got like really like it's not just like the romance and stuff's great, but even just like the episode like this is really interesting, isn't it? Psychologically. Now, this guy brings a really interesting angle to this show, doesn't he? This guy. He's almost like a bit of a. I don't want to be harsh here, but he's almost like a worse Tanny. He's almost like a Tanny with less confidence and hasn't like accepted how he is and who he is. I think he's a good person. I just think his mindset, yeah. Like I said, he brings a really interesting angle to this, doesn't he? Steal your man. Okay, like I said, really, even like again, when it gets into the psychological aspects and the interesting questions, it's really interesting, isn't it? I haven't heard a single word from that girl with the black hair, but she's definitely a romantic interest, judging from the opening, isn't she? For someone. But yeah, another great episode. Again, different kind of axis to this one, focusing a bit more on this kind of system that this guy was talking about. Like I said, I probably like am more in line with his thoughts of things. Oh, he works at this shop here. Yeah, I'm probably more in line with this, but I wouldn't like to be. If you know what I'm saying, I wouldn't like to. Like, I can easily see the flaws in that. It does make me a worse person. But even saying that, I can still like point out. Yeah, lots of cute moments as well, of course. There were less of a there's still quite a big focus on Tani and Suzuki, but there were less of them today than the previous couple episodes. They're solidifying the sidecast quite well, aren't they? It's not the case of like that romance anime where you only care about one couple and the rest just like you hate seeing them get screen time. But yeah, thank you guys for watching and have a great episode. Like I said, some really interesting kind of questions posed here, some really interesting mindsets and viewpoints to things. Some totally wrong, even if I can relate to myself. Love this shot. But yeah, looking forward to seeing maybe some evolution with this guy. Like, he might be the most relatable character in the show for me. But like I said, I don't think he's a good person right now. I think there's a good person in there, but I don't like the way he looks at things. Even though, as I said, like it's quite ironic. But yeah, great, some great stuff here, touching on some interesting viewpoints of their relationship. Got lots of cute moments as well, of course. But another great episode. It's nice to know that they can do the more serious kind of stuff really well in this show like that. But yeah, let me know what you guys thought about this one in the comments. Leave a like on the video if you guys would like, and subscribe to the channel if you want to keep up to date. And I'll catch you guys next week with episode 4.